EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this look at the future stars in the sport of golf. Just minutes off the Trans-Canada Highway, Banff Springs, the site for live third-round coverage of the Canadian Championship. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Notah Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. That one flirting with the left edge of the fairway. And that a wonderful tee shot. It's in the fairway here to get this Saturday started. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
Yeah, we've got 127 yards left to the hole today. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Some green to work with as he'll try and lift this one out. Yeah, that was going to be tough to fly that all the way to the hole out of the bunker, and this is going to come up a good bit short. Oh, how about that for a little early round confidence? That is in for par here at the first. And he's going to remain at 10 under. Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Going to have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, plenty of scoring opportunities in the early portion of this golf course. We're now at a par 5, the third hole, and it's only 528 yards.
You can see why we're going to see a lot of people perhaps being 3 under through the first 3 holes, Rich. This par 5 bending to the right, very reachable. And just keep that tee shot nice and high off the tee. Let it carry as far as possible.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass.
Oh, such a sweet 3-wood. Actually too good, if anything. It just flew through the air. And a little unlucky that first bounce. That was like rock hard.
This from about 10 feet. Nope. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, it's always fun to play a par 3 just like this one.
Yeah, the ball's going to go further. Obviously, get to tee it up. Should be able to carry that water. That's really the only problem for the player in front. But once again, another good chance for a birdie.
192-yard par 3 fourth. Now a second to this par 3. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
All right, in the fairway. So, Iona, this his second from the fairway.
Yeah, he's looking at 116 yards. Will get you to the front of the green, but it's 1-3-2 if you're going to go for the flag. Pin, front right. It's a sneaky one.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, you played at the highest level all over the world. What was a comfortable yardage for you on holes like this?
I actually had a club, believe it or not, that just the grooves on it, it would go 105 yards. It was a lofted sand iron, whether it was out of the first cut or up or the fairway. So if I could hit it around 100 yards, I could almost hit that distance with my eyes closed. After that, 70 yards was the next one. So everybody has that little sort of sweet spot with the wedge.
So that means on a hole like this, you were looking for something off the tee in the 265 to 270 range, and that would put what club in your hand?
Just in those days, it was a 53-degree sand iron, yeah.
That will be perfect into the left side of the fairway. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second.
Chip shots, you've got to be so precise. You see all the contours of the green. You know, just needed a few more feet out of that one.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And now he's going to fall a couple of shots off the pace.
Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards, a par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a driving 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. So bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
Solid, a good drive in the fairway. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Yeah, mission accomplished. On into, didn't fly it all the way there, but got enough release, in good shape. The speed was right what you want, but the eagle putt doesn't go down. That one brushed in. It is a birdie here at 7. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Second shot now, here at the par 3.
Golf is so much about nearlies. Just a little bit more effort on that one, it would have been close. Instead, just that awkward distance.
Just gonna sneak on by. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And that won't help the cause one bit.
So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. Almost a great shot, just missed it a fraction to the right of this green here at the par 5.
Yeah, a bit of chip and a putt, still make 4.
Everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament.
Frank, we begin this back 9 with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw.
Okay, a little local knowledge there. He gets that ball to work back onto the green. And now a birdie putt coming up. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And this is when you'd expect to make more often than not. Not too much undulation, maybe just a slight move to the right.
Just a touch firm there. That'll be about 3-4 feet coming back. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he'll stay at 11 under par.
Now to the 11th hole. It's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the two little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. While sitting on an upslope here, you got to be careful that you don't get this one straight up in the air from that lie.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Iona's down there. She's had a good look. This for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker. This is an absolute strike show. 8 of 8, that's as good as it comes. That's Hogan of today.
Now Notah his second from the fairway.
Looking at 149 to the hole, pin is in the back right corner of this green.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
A long one coming up here for birdie. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he moves to 2 under for his round. 12 under all told. Well, this is a good hole right here. Par 3, 225-yard 13th. Frank, what do you think?
Well, it's called sulfur. I can't remember what element that is on a periodic table, but the hardest thing here is not to figure that out, but figure out what club you're going to use. Just a fraction downhill, just over 200 yards. It does narrow up when they start to stick the flag in the back, but there's a nice fat target there, sort of those first 2/3 of the green.
Well, putts come in all shapes and sizes, right? Made the long one on the previous hole, and now he has a much shorter look. Either way, make another birdie. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he'll move to 13 under par for the tournament.
Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dog leg to the right with bunkers all over the place. They're sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4. Okay, center of the green, a good safe shot. Well, Ione has had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Well, for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think you'll fancy his chances at this one.
Get up. Get there. Oh, dude, that. What a roll that was. A long one in for birdie. And he's got it to 14 under par.
Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. Does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. 170 yards the distance needed here as he'll ready his second.
I'm not quite sure of that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
10-foot putt left.
Nope. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and the lead's going to remain 2.
Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. From the fairway, Nota, this his second.
147 to the hole. Pin is very accessible here, right in the center of the green.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Oh, everything is coming up roses for our leader. How about this? Holding it from off the green to extend that lead.
Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarcee, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Call it 74 yards here as he's set for his second. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs. 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of 2 things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
This one's starting a little bit right.
That got a fortunate bounce. It'll be just fine.
Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5. I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
I'm loving this round of golf. More shots, more touch. Another great one there.
Now this for another birdie. Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. That will be a 3rd straight round in the 60s. So what a tournament it has been to this point for our featured golfer. They've opened up a commanding lead here after 54 holes.
Just a good fit for the golf course, Rich. Long enough, straight enough, and making the odd putt here and there, and it just adds up to a commanding lead.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour bring you the best young talent in the world of golf. From the province of Alberta and Banff Springs Golf Course, live final round coverage of the Canadian Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 3 as he gets set to begin play. And that'll do just fine. A good start to this final round, safely in the fairway at 1.
Frank, now the second shot here at the par 4 opening hole. And what are we looking at?
Well, with a short iron in hand, Rich, I mean, you just go flag hunting straight out of the gate. It's a generous green.
And that will not even stay on the green. It is going to finish up on the fringe, a long way from home. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And this will remain a 3-shot lead.
Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
Okay, just left of the hole, and now a putt for birdie coming up. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
This is one of those putts where you might feel like you've lucked out a little bit. There's a significant uphill component to this, but no real break that I can see.
Oh, do that from way downtown. That's in for birdie here at 2. And he moves to 17 under par.
So a par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right, par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. But just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
It's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's two good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
And brushed in, it is a birdie here at 7. He moves to 19 under for the tournament.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot. A look here at birdie.
And there's no space for a lapse in concentration here, perhaps a little bit further away than we would have liked, but a 2-putt would be a very good result.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. He's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead.
Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of shoot of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. This will be a 14-foot putt here.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that's going to be a 3 under 33 on this front side.
Frank, we begin this back 9 with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw.
Well, that one didn't work bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Well judged, that is in for par here at 13. And he'll stay right where he is.
Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
"14 feet to the hole. Yes, Will Red there. That is in for par here at 15. And he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a goat hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
They call that position A. That's going to be right down the middle. From an ideal location, middle of the fairway, this his second.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain right where he is.
Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards, a par 4 that is, you know you're going to get a short on your eye. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Showing no signs of a let-up here. This tournament seemingly under control, as that's in the fairway here at 17. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second.
May need to recheck the yardage after that one. That's on the green, but not a real good shot. This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope.
Well, this one is looking good. Could it be? Oh, you talk about electrifying this crowd. How about that one? A bomb for birdie at 17. And the lead up to 4 now with 1 hole to play.
Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From the rugged Pacific coast of Oregon, it's opening round coverage in the final event before the playoffs, the Oregon Championship. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. The first hole here at Bandon Dunes, just 398 yards to get the day started. It's a bit of a dogleg right, so an aggressive tee shot might have to carry a building a la the 17th at St. Andrews. From the fairway, it should be a simple look in, but beware the series of pothole bunkers along the way, including one just left of the green. This next round, nothing like getting that first win in your hip pocket, right? You know it.
Well, over the course of your career, there's a handful of things that you always remember. You remember your first win as a junior golfer. You remember your first big win as an amateur. Now, your first win as a professional sticks in your mind for the rest of your life, but this is the professional game. You've got to keep building.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and he'll stay at even par. On now to the second here at Bandon Dunes, a long par 3 coming in at 220 yards, and it is every bit of those 220 as well, as it can play up to 30 feet uphill depending on the tee box. Fortunately, shots that run long do have a tendency to funnel back down. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now a second to this par 3. That finished off for par. He with the second. And he'll stay at level par. We head to the third now, our first par 5 at 563 yards. Bunkers appear to be scattered on either side of the fairway, so accuracy is a must. This green is definitely reachable in 2, but it does run nearly 50 yards from front to back, so if your approach isn't on target, you could be left with a putt of better than 100 feet. And that will do just fine. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
5 feet now for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. Next up, we reach the par 4 fourth, measuring out at 443 yards. The bunker left of the fairway complicates things a bit, and it is easy to run a tee shot right through the fairway. But if you do wind up in the short grass, the approach shot is one of the most panoramic in golf. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notah Begay III.
119 left to the hole. The pin is stuck in the front right section of the green.
That's a head scratcher, that approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain at 1 under par. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way.
Fairway's big enough. Good shot.
He split the middle of the street on this one. He's going to have a good look. Second shot.
Well, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 6th. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. And that one not on the green, but not a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now from a tight lie, this his second. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay right where he is. On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it right over that bunker that guards the front right portion of the green. No issues here. That is into the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
133 the number. Pin tucks in the front left-hand portion of the green today.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still, one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Nope. That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll remain right where he is. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism, but par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. He might have been trying to land that over the flag and spin it back, but that just carried much too far. Now a delicate little chip here for his second.
Woo, Nelly. Whizzes past the hole. A difficult putt coming now.
Okay, not a bad effort. He'll go ahead and finish that off. It's in for his bogey, and he'll drop back to 1 over par. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. That is a really good shot. On and two on this par 5, but the work's not done yet.
I'm a tough taskmaster. If he makes the putt, or at least get.
No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. Four holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateau green is not a bad play here. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Needs to slow a bit. Okay, that's still going to be a good 4 feet, though, coming back. Good stuff, though. It is for a bogey 4. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. This is one of the signature holes here at Bandon Dunes, the par 4 16th. Some golfers play for the upper fairway, which gives you a bit of an angle to the green. Others, they stay down low, which is maybe a little safer. A third option is just to try and carry it over everything, but beware the pot bunkers and the gorse if you choose option C. And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. Now this, an awkward distance for a bunker shot.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So let's get out there for the final few holes as we pick up the